Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a carving in the ancient temple of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, and I have discovered something groundbreaking which proves that ancient builders were using advanced technology, and I hope by the end of this video you will agree with me. So according to mainstream historians and archaeologists, the Angkor Wat temple was built about 900 years ago, and the temple was built by a Hindu king who carved thousands of carvings all over the temple walls. Unfortunately, because of 900 years of erosion and corrosion and destruction by humans, a large portion of these carvings have been destroyed. During my visit to Cambodia, I have tried to document these carvings. I have taken pictures of thousands of these carvings, and I've been analyzing them with my team. And we found something really mind-boggling about this carving. This carving is found at the top facade of one of the buildings. It has undergone not only a significant amount of damage by nature, but human beings have also deliberately defaced this carving. This was originally built as a Hindu temple, but after some time, this temple was taken over by people of different faith. They destroyed the carvings. For example, if you take a look at this figure, this face is cut off. The guy right next to him, that face is gone, and this guy's face is also defaced. So why do people deliberately damage these carvings? And think about this. This carving is not found on the ground. It is found on top, I would say about 15 feet above the ground. So it's not like somebody casually took a metal rod and hit this a couple of times. Whoever did this had to use a ladder, climb up, and had to damage the faces of them. So you understand that this kind of destruction was a methodical and a systematic process. But why would people systematically destroy such amazing carvings? Because each carving tells a story from an ancient text. And if you destroy the carvings, you have destroyed the stories and the information, and you will eventually destroy the religion. This was the idea. But today, I'm going to rebuild this carving and see what we can find. So, at this point, we cannot make out who is who and what is the story. The only figure we can see in full is the three-headed elephant. We can clearly see its features, and this three-headed elephant is called Airavata in Hinduism, and Cambodians call this Erawan. And it is the mount of Lord Indra. Lord Indra is the king of a planet called Devaloka. Now, if we look at the top of this elephant, we can see this guy who's using a device to control the elephant. But this is not Indra. He's just the Mahout controlling the elephant. Indra is shown standing on the body of the elephant, and he's shown in giant stature. So we have now successfully identified Indra. Strangely, Indra is holding a flower in his hand. He should be shown holding weapons, but instead he's shown with a flower. Okay, so Lord Indra is carved standing on his celestial elephant. But there's a crucial detail in this carving. Do you see what this is? The key detail here is actually the tail of the elephant. Look at the tail, how it is in the air, almost parallel to the ground. This indicates that the elephant is running fast. If you have observed elephants, their tails always point down, whether they're standing or eating. But when they start running, their tails will come to this position. This means that Lord Indra is going somewhere fast. You can see the soldiers behind him are holding weapons, and all these guys are going somewhere. But where are they going? So let's find out. Nearby, you can see another mysterious character. Again, his face is also deliberately destroyed. So Imagine the destroyers or like criminals who destroy the evidence, and we're like Sherlock Holmes trying to find out what is going on. This figure has a pointed nose like a bird's beak. His body is a little bit different than the others. It does not look human or similar to Hindu gods. It's shaped more like a bird. And if you zoom in, we can see the feathers on his legs and also his talons on his feet as well. He is none other than Garuda, who's the mount of Lord Vishnu. Garuda is a bird-like deity with flying capabilities. This is why you see a wing-like outline, even though he has arms. And look on top of his shoulders. You see a pair of legs. Who's the owner of these legs? Garuda is the vehicle of Lord Vishnu, so the legs belong to Lord Vishnu, of course. So let's go on top and see how Vishnu looks. This is Vishnu. He is shown with this huge bundle of hair or top knot on his head. And what is Vishnu doing here? He's holding a long cylinder in his hands and is flying away while Lord Indra is trying to catch him. So what is the story? This event is clearly explained in ancient Hindu texts. Lord Vishnu takes a sacred plant called Parijata from Lord Indra. Lord Indra, who's left holding the flower of the Parijata plant, is chasing Vishnu, trying to get the plant back. But Vishnu is flying in space using Garuda. Look how they showed different levels in space. Indra's mount is at the lowest level. Indra is on the mid-level. Vishnu's mount, Garuda, is also at the mid-level, but Vishnu is shown at the top level. According to ancient Hindu texts, this chasing scene is happening in the air. Okay, so I have successfully rebuilt this destroyed ancient carving. Okay, all this is good, but how does it change the ancient history of Cambodia? The real treasure is carved at the very bottom. Look at this guy. You see what he's doing? He's using a telescope. Look, he's holding a cylindrical device in one eye. His nose is pressed by the telescope and is out of shape. His other eye is closed. And why does he need a telescope? To locate Vishnu, because Vishnu is flying so fast in the air, this guy has to track his location and inform the crew, which is chasing Vishnu. Now, what does this mean? This means Cambodians who carved this many centuries ago had knowledge of telescope. Obviously, they could not have just randomly imagined a telescope-like device and carved it here. The ancient builders definitely must have used it and understood how it works. So it does change mainstream history because according to history books, telescope was invented in Europe just 400 years ago, but this carving shows that ancient Cambodian Hindus were using the telescope at least 900 years ago. Now, I know some expert or even some regular guys will try to discredit this video because it does not fit the mainstream model that ancient builders were primitive people. And they will try to, quote-unquote, debunk this, saying that this may just be a musical instrument, for example, and he's blowing this like a horn or something. But look at his mouth and nose. The device is clearly placed above his mouth and nose. And look at the angle of the telescope. The angle is clearly aligned with where you see Vishnu and his crew. So this is definitely a telescope and not some other instrument because he's pointing the telescope directly at where Vishnu is going. And I think I am the first person who has discovered this telescope carving in the Angkor Wat temple because I've searched many books and I've searched online and there's absolutely no mention of this ancient telescope carving in Cambodia. Now, remember, I already showed you another telescope carving in India. This is found in the ancient Hoysala temple, which is also about 900 years old. Archaeologists confirm that this carving is 900 years old, and it clearly shows that he's holding this device in his eye, closing the other eye, looking at the sky. So now I have shown you two temples, both at least 900 years old, and both of them show telescopes. So this clearly proves that ancient Hindus were using telescopes much earlier than Galileo and Lippershey, who quote-unquote invented the telescope just 400 years ago. I know mainstream media will not talk about this video, but please do share this video with your friends so they will also understand that our ancient builders were not primitive people. They were using advanced technology. I hope you guys like this video. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell button to get all the updates. Please give it a thumbs up and do share it with your friends. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.